it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat.
Hello, this is Scott and I'm finding rocks, and we're at the Fisher Mountain Mine. We're going to be looking for quartz crystals today and probably doing some surface hunting. There was some rain last night, so it's best to surface hunt then, especially if the sun comes out. But the first order of business is dumping old tailings. So where do you put quartz that you've already found and you don't want to keep? Take it back to the quartz mine.
Once a day that I would pray for you, I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date.
Here's some white right here, but then I can see right there, there's something clear. And then there's something clear over there too. Yeah, well, I'm just figuring it out as I go along. Oh, here's another one. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm just noticing a lot of white around here. Yeah, this is a good crystal. It's milky, but it's got a good point on it. Oh, here we go. Little one, clear. See how thin. Oh, it's gone. Damaged, but clear. And here's another one. Alright. Feeling decent about myself. I'm not one who likes to find points usually, but after my last trip, I'll take anything. Oh wow, here's another one. And there's one right next to it. Come on, camera. There's one right next to it too. Right here. Long point.
Yeah, that was right where I was standing. I didn't see any of them.
The sun came out, so it is shining. And the sun went away. It's got some Adularia in it. Oh, this feels good. This is therapy for all the bad rock hunting trips I've had. I'm scraping through these piles looking for big points, skipping through smaller rocks because they're going to flip the piles over later, and that's when some of the big points come up. But I need to search this while I can before they flip it. But I haven't had much luck finding while I'm looking, so I think I'll turn the video camera on and maybe that'll help me. If like that's ever worked. Hey Debbie. Alright Debbie, can you see it? Right there.
Oh yeah.
It's not as big as I hoped.
No.
Nope.
No, but it's pretty.
You're supposed to hold it up
Oh,
and
I'm
turn it
supposed
around.
to hold it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't have to. That's not too bad.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah,
alright.
that's a good one.
See?
love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
I hope this is the pocket that gets me to leave.
I'm so gone. No, I'm never turning back. I won't stop. I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on. You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
Outside of a pocket dig that I did with Brian, this is probably the best quartz strip I've ever had. Lots of points that we found in the tailing piles, and then he brought out pockets. After he scraped out the good stuff, he left some piles for us to go through. We've got some nice clusters, a lot of the smaller crystal clusters, and got to explore a few small pockets also. Overall, it was probably the best day ever. And it's beautiful here, so thank you to Avant Mining and the Crystal Collector for this event. Here's everything I brought home from the trip. We have a lot of quartz points from the tailing piles. Then this side, these points are from the pocket digs area. These clusters are from that pocket dig area. And there's more points coming out of pockets. Here's a mix of the larger crystals that came out of the tailings and probably some that came from pockets. Wow, I finally got all these cleaned. I'm so impressed with what I found that day. The points that I found in the tailing piles were not as good. A lot of them had damage, but still I have some nice ones here to show you. Also, the clusters were covered in mud. It took days and over a week of washing before I realized that I should just blast it with a power washer, which I got my hands on from somebody. Also, before you do power washes anyway, it was good to do the hand washing with a hose because there were a lot of loose crystals on the top in that clay that was really hard to get off. Also, I did iron out baths of these to get them all nice and clean, get the iron off, and they came out really well. There's a lot more that I got than this. These are the best. This is the best of what I found. This is my favorite cluster. As you can tell, and with everything I clean, they're never all the way cleaned. But the crystals are really good on this. This came from the excavator bucket. Well, this came from basically the crystal collector dropped a pile of dirt, and we got this from the top of the pile. I picked it up. I immediately thought it was a great piece. Even though I couldn't see hardly any crystal, it was just the very tops. And it turned out great. Usually the more mud you have caked on it, the more crystals there are in there. The thicker the mud, the thicker the crystals. So if it came directly from a pocket, you will have lots of good crystals in there. But you also have a lot of damage. These plates here, the plate was very close to the other side of the wall, so a lot of the crystals grew into the other side. The mud was very thick over time. Some of the crystals were suspended in the mud anyway. This is also a very excellent piece. You have this part, which is has more cleaning to do. It's already been through a lot of cleaning, so a little bit more, and should match the color of the other side, but it's really beautiful as it is. This is the number 2 cluster. But this one I probably got off the wall myself. This probably was another part of the wall that came off. These crystals, they're nice and long and very clear, so clear that you may not even know that there's crystals on there. These are the larger crystals found in the tailing piles. This one has some termination on both sides. This one has a lot of milky quartz color on it, but it actually looks really nice.